What do you read into this?
Sort of bluntly, I think it's rubbish. The idea that Labour will have 470 seats and a majority of very close to 300, which is what this particular exercise projects, is for the birds. I've been looking into the details of this poll, and it's showing that Rishi Sunak, who will be defending on the new boundaries a majority in his Yorkshire seat of 24,000, will end up in a very tight race for Labour, which he might lose. Now, if you think Rishi Sunak personally is in danger of losing his seat, then I've got a lottery prediction crystal ball I'd like to sell you.
So, without rubbishing other polling companies' methods, what do you think the problem is with this particular poll and its kind of methodology?
The problem is not simply that this poll was done by a perfectly good company, Focal Data, but all these, this is called MRP, this particular model for turning votes into seats. I think every company that's been doing it for the last 6 or 9 months has been getting it wrong. I think there is a very fundamental flaw. Put very simply, the way these models work, they assume that when a party loses votes, the more votes it starts with, the more votes it loses. So if you're sitting on a Tory vote of 60 or 70%, then that will go down by often 20 or 30 according to this model. If you start off with 30%, you go down with maybe 5 or 10%. Now, this is not stupid as an idea, but it's not how British elections work. Much closer to the truth is what's called uniform national swing, which means that if, as this poll suggests, the Tory share is down about 15 percentage points from 45 to 30, then you can expect the Tory vote to fall by about 15 percentage points, whether it's a safe Tory seat or a marginal or a safe Labour seat. And the reason you get these ridiculously large Labour numbers and Labour majorities is because of the way this particular form of calculation works. I think it's simply wrong.
Moving away from this particular poll, then some more kind of election peril or by-election peril is coming up ahead for Rishi Sunak. This is because of the by-elections likely to be triggered in the constituencies of Alok Sharma and Nadine Dorries. Are you able to predict anything there, warn of anything there?
Well, curiously, the one time when these kind of MRP exercises might be used is where you get by-elections, because by-elections do behave differently from general elections. And in past by-elections, often you do get much, when a Tory government is in trouble, you do tend to get much larger swings against the Tories in safe Tory seats than in non-Tory seats. Now, Alok Sharma's seats, it's a majority of, I think, around 4,000. I think that would go. I think Labour would take that in Reading. Nadine Dorries' seat in Bedfordshire, that's would normally be very safe, and in a general election will undoubtedly vote Conservative. But as we've seen in Tory seats in by-elections the last couple of years, that might go. That could be a pretty close contest. I wouldn't like to call it, but by-elections and general elections are very, very different creatures.